Flapping my wings, baby. Flapping my wings. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Joshy P. The birds. The birds. We won. We won, boys and girls, if you girls are watching. We won. We won. All right? It was a tough, gritty win again, but we won. Now, I'm just going to go over my thoughts on this game, my thoughts on the rest of the season a little bit, what's going down. I was at the game yesterday, and it was my first game that I won, or that I've been to that I won. That's not preseason. My first regular season game that we won. The other two I went to Seattle last year. We got freaking demolished. And then Buccaneers this year, we got freaking demolished. So, not a fun time. Not a fun time. I wish I was going to the Arizona game next week, but I'm not. So I know I'm not cursed now. Anyway, let's start off. This game was the redemption game for Shady McCoy, and it didn't happen. Now, much love to Shady, all right, but I had to boo him. All right, I had to. It was just, it seemed right at the time, the way he's been acting recently. I loved him when I was here, okay? I loved him when I was here. But now that he's not on the team, and the way he's been acting recently, he had to get booed from me. Anyway, that's my point of view. Had he handled the situation differently and acted like a grown-up, I mean, the dude ran out off the field before the game was over, didn't shake teams even with his old teammates, right? You know, like guys that he's been playing with for years, he didn't shake hands with, which just didn't seem right to me. Shea used to be my favorite player. Has two of his jerseys. I got 2 jerseys from him. I met him. I got his autograph when he was still wearing number 29. So, I mean, the dude, much love to Shady, but you had to get booed from me. That's just my point of view. I understand everybody has their differences, but that's just my point of view. Now, we did a pretty good job against Shady. Kept him under 100 yards. No touchdowns, so that was decent. And let me just give a round of applause to the freaking defense for keeping this Buffalo Bills offense in check for the most part. One of the most explosive offenses in the league in terms of players, like individual players. Shady McCoy, definitely one of the most explosive running backs in the league. Tyrod Taylor, one of the most explosive and big playability quarterbacks in the league with what he can do with his legs. And then you have Sammy Watkins, who's a speedster, a burner, and he burned Byron Maxwell up the sidelines. Ed Reynolds was late coming over to help that touchdown, but that was after Darren Sproles knocked it in, after a drive orchestrated by Sammy B. Nelson Aguilar came up big with his first touchdown catch of the year, of his rookie year. Then what else? Some random guy, some running back that I have no idea who he was, scored on us, which kind of sucks. Kiko Alonso missed the tackle there. But Caleb Sturgis, 3 field goals, man. 3 field goals, clutch field goals to win the game. And then the defense and Reynolds making up for his past mistake, coming up with a big pick. Fletcher Cox, man, is a freaking beast. Rex Ryan said after the game that he was laughing when he heard the Jerome Brown comparisons, but he's no longer laughing because he's that much of a beast. Now, let's talk about the referees. A lot of penalties, man. So many penalties. And, you know, what are you going to do? Like, and to be honest, there was a lot of penalties on the Bills because they could not handle Fletcher Cox. You have to hold him or else he's going to kill your quarterback every play almost. So there was a lot of holds. A lot of holds they missed. I mean, guys flat out getting tackled, which you can't do that on the offensive line. You can't tackle a guy. You can't tackle him into the ground unless you use his momentum to push him into the ground. You can't, like, drag him down to the ground and lay on top of him. That's not offensive lineman technique. That's nothing. So there was a lot of those that didn't get called. And then Sam's interception, which ruined his streak, his games since Carolina, was not his fault. Brent Selleck did not hold on to the ball. The guy just made a beautiful play. And it is questionable still. I mean, the ball did hit the ground, which still, it's like, what is a catch? No one knows anymore. The ground definitely helped him make the catch, which, by what I know, by definition, should not have been a catch. But it is what it is. We won the game nonetheless, and we are sitting still tied for first. I'm going to be a huge Dolphins fan tonight. Hopefully the Dolphins can pull out the win, keep the Giants 1 game behind us, 1.5 games now because we're half a game ahead. So hopefully they lose tonight. Of course, the frickin' Bears couldn't pull it out and the Redskins win because, of course, that's just our luck as Eagles fans. So we are still half a game behind the Redskins. Now we have Arizona next week at home, which is now, from what I've seen from this team, a very winnable game if the defense keeps playing like it does. If we can keep Carson Palmer in check, very winnable game. Eric Rowe's going to have to struggle. E.J. Bigger's going to have to struggle. John Brown's a burner. Malcolm Floyd can run, and Fitzgerald's one of the best in the game. And then you have Carson Palmer slinging the rock. They have a decent running back core with David Johnson, and Andre Ellington might come back. If not, David Johnson stepped it up real big his rookie year. He's got 10 touchdowns or something crazy like that. So if our defensive line can get to him, though, I mean, they have a good offensive line. They got Mikey Upati, a couple other good guys on that line. I'm not really going to talk too much about that game. That'll be for another defense or another video. But I think we can win that game. Come out, win that game. The Redskins have, oh man, who are they playing? I can't remember. As far as I know, they're playing a formidable opponent. Oh, the Bills. Yeah, they're playing a formidable opponent. The Bills could beat the Redskins. Then they have us and the Cowboys. So if we beat the Redskins and the Cowboys can come up clutch. So basically, if the Redskins lose next week and we win, that puts us a half a game ahead of them, I believe. And then if we beat them, we pretty much clinch the division. But the Giants have to lose next week too. There's a lot that needs to go on. But basically, we control our own destiny right now. If we win out, we pretty much win the division. I think basically we're in a really, really, really good shape if we beat Arizona next week. And we've showed that we can beat big teams. Big New England win, and a big win this week against the Bills to keep us in the race. Basically, the Redskins lose, we're good to go. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. What did you think? Let me know in the comments of this game. I was there, I know. Oh, quick story real quick. I got through, food hit me at the game. I said I was going to tell everybody on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter if you want to. I talk about the Eagles all the time. Basically, there was this big Eagles super fan sitting in front of me. His name was Beadman. He had big mask on, big cape on and everything. He said Beadman on the back, and he's covered in like Mardi Gras beads, red, white, and blue. And people were throwing food at him, and I was literally sitting directly behind him. He was in the row in front of me, the exact same seat in front of me, and my mom was at the game with me, and she was all pissed off because none of the food hit the Bills fan. It hit my mom, and it hit me. So my mom didn't say anything, but I turned around and looked up. I don't know who the hell threw it, but I went, "What the fuck?" Like, I screamed at people behind me, like, because you don't do that shit, right? Specifically, do not throw food on the field. Like, you don't do that shit. You just don't. You want to call names, you want to curse at them, you want to yell at them. I don't care. Go ahead, do that, but don't be throwing food and shit. That's just not right, man. It's not right. And then I think like 10, 15 minutes later, security came up and they threw him out. I'm assuming someone just texted in to get him thrown out, because you just don't throw food. That's not cool. I don't care. I was even trash talking him a little bit. He was a cool guy. I talked to him like my mom talked to him seriously, because she's into all arts and crafts and shit. She loves that kind of stuff. So she was talking to him. But you got to talk a little bit of trash. Like, I was yelling in his face whenever we were on defense, like, "Let's go defense." You got to yell at him. It's all right. It's all fun and games. Then you start throwing shit. Not cool. All right. Now it's all I got for you guys today. If you guys want to go ahead, leave a like on the video. I'd highly appreciate that. Always leave a like for an Eagles win. Subscribe if you want to hear more about the Eagles, Call of Duty, video games, that kind of stuff. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see the same kind of stuff. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. My name is Josh. I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love. Deuces.